In this lecture, I want to talk about applying a brand across multiple book covers like a series or all of an author's books by using specifics and components. Now, I got to thinking, we just saw a video where I created graphic components that I'm going to put together in PowerPoint in the next section of this course. What if I could do the same thing? I could create prompt components and put them together to do effectively what I'm doing with image components on Artistly instead of in PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to build specific reusable prompt components, and your prompt library is going to come into play here. Let's jump over to my browser and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here I am in Artistly, and what I'm going to do is create a new project. And I don't care what size it is because I'm never going to render this image. Let's go ahead and just create a square. That's fine. Now, what I want to do is, let's say we have a particular style that we want to use for all of our book covers. And let's say it's use a ominous and foreboding style for the image, including lots of black, gray, and deep blue. Let's say this is a style that we want to apply to multiple books. Well, first, of course, let's take and use prompt magic to enhance this. So we'll get AI to think of all the things we didn't in doing the prompt. Now, here's the prompt expanded. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to triple click on it, right click and say copy, and work on it in my prompt library. Here I am in my prompt library. Now notice I've organized my prompt library into headers so it has sections now, and using the navigation pane I can jump right to a section. So to be sure to go to the resources lecture of this course and download my prompt library. Now here, if you're not seeing the navigation pane, let's say it looks like this, just come up to View in Word and make sure the navigation pane box is checked. Now I'm going to use the navigation pane to go down to Ominous, and after Ominous, I'm going to come here and create Scary. This is our scary style. And I'll come to Home and I'll make this a style of 2. This is subheading 2 within styles, and I will paste this as text only. Now let's take a look at it and edit it up. Impending Doom, incorporating predominantly black, gray, and blue, dark blue palette with bold, dramatic brushstrokes and a sense of ominous tension, perhaps featuring, see, this is what I don't want. I don't want it to say anything about featuring structures. Ominous clouds gathering in the background and include subtle hints of mist. I like that. So we're going to get rid of all the suggestion of branches and stuff like that, but we're going to have it include subtle mist and eerie atmosphere. So let's say this is our style that we want. Now let's go back over to Artistly. And here what I want to do is I want to create a new book cover. So let's come here and we'll make this 1500 by 2400. And let's come over and grab our favorite prompt from the prompt library. We'll come to the top. This is the Create a Book Cover prompt that we've been using all the time. I'll copy it. I'll come back to Artistly. And I'll go to the AI designer and I'll paste my prompt. And then I'll expand it or enhance it. Now that I've got my prompt, let me go and generate this just to show you what it would look like. You're going to be pretty familiar with these book covers for a cozy mystery. And here's the book cover. Now that looks nice and rosy, and it's using rosy colors and stuff. Now, if we want to apply our scary style, I come here to the prompt edit with prompt AI. I come over to my prompt library and I go down to my scary font or style, triple click, right click, copy, come back to Artistly, paste my prompt modification, and enhance. Now, instead of bright and cheery, it should be somewhat ominous. Let's generate image again. And now you can see it's created a much more ominous and dark and spooky cover. So we applied a style from our prompt library. Let me give you another example. We'll just design this up and I won't apply it to a lot of things, but let's come back here. We'll save this and I'll create a new project, and I don't care what it is because we're building prompts again. Let's say we wanted a consistent character. Well, one of the things actually that we can do is come to my media library, grab a character such as this, come to AI Designer and say, Mirror Magic. Get a prompt describing this woman. Let's say this is what I want the woman to look like. And then here we are once again with a prompt. I copy it up, come to my prompt library, I go to character, and let's just call her woman. Let's call her Annie. And then I paste my description of her. And I come here and I say, Annie, get rid of image depicts, is a woman with long hair, wavy brown, and all of this goes down and it describes it. Now, I don't want the background as a mirror on the wall. She has small nose. Her blue eyes frame thick eyelashes. I like that. Okay, I just want to get rid of the mirror on the wall, actually. The woman's hair is parted in the middle and runs down her face. Her eyes are blue and framed by glasses. White tank top, I don't care about. Blurred room, I don't care about. A mirror, overall atmosphere of the image, that's good. So we'll get that. And now I've edited this down to a standard character. Now I can add more things if I want her to wear glasses or so on. I would modify this prompt probably in Artistly. Now, if I want to apply it, I go and I say, let's come back over here. Where I create a new project. Book cover size, 1500 by 2400. Come to AI Designer, and I say, create a book cover for a book titled She's All That by Brian Jackson, featuring a woman named Anne. Okay, I once again expand this prompt. And I get this description of what I'm about to get, and I come here and edit it, come back over to my prompt library, where I get the description of Anne. Triple click, right click, copy, come back over to Artistly, paste the modification, and we should have a fairly consistent character. Now, it won't be as consistent as if you copied the same face, but it should be in the ballpark. Let's go ahead and see if the character it generates is even close to the original woman. And here's the cover that it came up with. She's All That by Brian Jackson. And this is a cartoon interpretation of that woman that I got the original picture from. So this is the way that you can make consistent styles, consistent fonts, consistent titles, consistent author name fonts, consistent characters, anything that you want. Just create it in your prompt library and modify the prompt with Edit Prompt with AI to include your new details and generate the image.